Hello, I'm Joseph Napier Sr. I invite you to come along with me as I go over some Civil War monument history here in Youngstown, Ohio. Our Central Square area is the home to one Civil War monument statue, or better known as the Civil War Soldiers Monument here in downtown Youngstown. The figure atop the Soldiers Monument has looked over our fair city, Youngstown's Central Square, since 1870. Ohio Governor David Todd began campaigning for a monument for Youngstown's fallen soldiers even before the Civil War was ended. The community raised over $15,000 and the cornerstone was laid in 1868. The memorial was completed and dedicated on July 4th, 1870, with Governor Rutherford B. Hayes and Congressman James A. Garfield in attendance, both future U.S. presidents. Attending the ceremony were four other dignitaries as well: the mayor of Youngstown at the time, George McKee, Colonel Husted, City Council, and a whole host of different dignitaries that paraded around the statue. In 1951, the figure on the pedestal was accidentally damaged by a fire truck. A new statue made out of Corona marble was commissioned and sculptured in Italy and installed in 1955 by the Bortelli brothers, a local marble firm. They donated the new figure to the city as a gift. The city appreciated it too. Here you see 1870 about there, a little after. Dedication ceremony, as I mentioned, went off. The dignitaries made their way, if you will, to our fair city. And you see Governor Hayes at the time. Governor Hayes was twice governor in the state of Ohio, serving the first term here, in which he came to our fair city. And then another governor would come in the office, and then once that governor left office, he would become governor a second time. That's a rare thing, people. If you look at the Central Square area adorned there, you'll see the four cannons that adorned the platformed area at the time. Later on in our city's history, those cannons were removed for whatever reasons. I really don't know. Probably could have even been safety reasons. Kids wanted to play them, etc. The man on the pedestal, who's looking out over our fair city. You see such banks today as the Chase Bank in the former Dollar Bank building, which is a gray slated building now. Went from red brick to gray slated. There's the man in the mountain, of course, still on duty. Here he's adorned with a wrought iron fist that went around him, not making it easily accessible at all. Today it's an open air style, which you can literally walk right up to the statue directly and touch it, as pictured here. The man on the mount, of course, represents the unknown soldier. Of all those soldiers who weren't identified, if you will, who could not be identified, the unknown soldier. Here the city had a placard erected some years ago that pays tribute to the Civil War soldiers and the loss of life during that conflict in which our nation was divided down the middle. The North versus South, the war between the states, if you will. Here you see a lot of foliage has grown up and around him at this point in history. We're lucky to still have him, as he's been a constant mainstay in our city. And if you look through all the vintage photographs that the Historical Society has, you'll see that the city changed many times around him. Back when we were referred to as the township, Youngstown Township came online in 1797 to be exact. Here is present day. This was done around the 4th of July. You see the flowers provided by the cityscape adorn the bottom of the monument all the way around the base there. This is a very historical statue. Has names adorned on it. Has one lowly African American soldier who's on the center section, as you'll see here shortly, towards the base. He was put on after the original names were scrolled more towards the top or platform area or pedestal area of the memorial, as you'll see. That would have been Private Jacob Nixon Robinson, who was from Youngstown. as you see there. He died in battle and was buried in Hampton, Virginia, to be exact. A lot of different ethnicities partook in the Civil War and fought, and the African Americans as well. We fought in battle. Here you saw two Civil War reenactors adorned in their native Civil War garb, if you will, as it changed slightly over the period of wars. At some point, some men even had homemade costumes. That wasn't uncommon. Here's the final resting place for Private Robinson, as I mentioned, here in Hampton, Virginia. I'm Joseph Napier, Sr. for Napier Vision Productions. This is a NAPE 1962 film. I hope that you have enjoyed the film and you came along for this very brief glimpse of history, if you will, as we talk about our fair city, the Central Square area. The Central Square area is where the city of Youngstown draws its boundaries from, going north, east, south, and west, if you will. As we leave from the downtown area, we cascade out to our four different directions of our fair city. Long live the history of Youngstown, Ohio, and the Man on the Mount, the Civil War monument. You take your choice. I like to call him the Man on the Mount. It's like he's on guard duty watching over our fair city. I thank you, each and every one of you, for coming along with me on this historical journey where we talk about Youngstown and Youngstown's Civil War Soldiers Monument. Goodbye, everybody. God bless each and every one of you. So glad to have you.